Good afternoon, everyone. Due to the change of the schedule a little bit, I'm going to start first with the social behavior change communication. This presentation, I think most of people could like really enjoy what I'm talking about, and because it's discuss about human being behavior, I think like you could participate my presentation a little. Before we start and waiting for the presentation to be ready, I would like to introducing myself a little bit. I'm from Satharana, which is meaning in Thai is basically public or everything that common. We're trying to create the movement or the momentum of the public participation to nudge it into the real world or really export something to the public space by the co-creating process, by the working picture just like this. Yeah, this is what most of our work look like. It's a way like a big group of people gathering together, trying to making the ideation of the new things, co-creations, and trying to solve the solutions. Most of the time, we're not working with only the one who live with the problems, just like people in the communities, user in the public transportation, but we also trying to matching the expertise of those who could use their ability to fix things in the public space. For the example, just like in this picture with the guy pointing the color over there, it's just a process that we design the bus stop actually. We invite a lot of graphic designer, the typography designer, the product designer to help create a better bus stop. This one they try to figure out what kind of color tone that we better use in the signage, which one is friendly the most, universal design the most. They like trying to pick the color that even the color by people could tell the difference of those color when we use the symbol of those systems, things like that. This is what our work look like. But before we start and looking in like what the work that we have done, I would like to talk about this issue, the social and behavior change communication. What we're looking forward to if we want to create the change. Anything that I think like most of the issue that happen in this seminar is like what the change that we could do in this world. We want to live in like better place, better solution. We want to create like a better city that care about our futures. But the main challenge of creating the change is actually the social and behavior over here that I would like to highlight how we create the process of communication and make everyone, not only the expertise in this room, to understand what the important here that we want to live like in the better way. So before we start, I would like you guys to choose between these two pictures. They want to do the same campaign about like do not throwing the waste in the public space. This one is the campaign in the bus stop. They like collect every waste, every dirt, every trash that people throwing around the bus stop and put it in like the shelter over here. And the other one is also the campaign in Nan walking streets, that they have the celebrating can. Okay, so everyone please raise your hand. Which campaign you think you want to change your behavior of like waste separating? Anyone choosing the A campaign? The A campaign? Okay. So I'm going to assume the other people who are not raising your hand is choosing the B, right? Okay, so the B, let me see your hand a little. The B campaign. Okay, the answer will be the end of the presentation. Okay, just keep it in your mind then though. So to talk about social and behavior, it's basically just a common sense, you know. Everyone know what like the most of the people will do, what we could follow the social in structure, like what have they done before, and we will follow the same thing. But what I'm going to talk to you today is the common sense is not that common. This is a story that when we talk about the social and behavioral change communication, this thing always rise up every time. There is a family, the married couple, they're just getting married. The first time that they're cooking with each other. The ladies, they're starting cutting the head of the potato and the bottom one and the potato before they put it in the pot every time. And the husband just asked them, why you have to cut the head and the bottom? It doesn't make any sense because the potato, you could eat the whole of the potato. And the lady say, oh, this because my mom told me so. So at the night, she called her mom and like, I just have like a fight with my husband about cutting a head and the bottom of the potato. Why you done it like that? So the mom say, oh, I just follow the grandma. The grandma just do the same. So back that thing have like gone by the time, and then their Christmas dinner, they gather together and they asking the grandma, why you have to cut the head and the bottom of the potato before you cook it? And the grandma say, because our tray is too small, we cannot fit every potato. So it become the norm without knowing the root of it, why you done it that way. Just like this picture. See if you are one of the car that trying to find the parking spot, and everyone just park like this with the signage that do not park. Are you going to park with them or not? It's the same thing. You just follow what all the social have done, what the common sense have done. Even the signage is quite like chaotic. You could see like there's two signage over here, but the car also still park. Let's see a good common sense. Maybe this one. If like a first three motorbike parking in that intersection ends like pretty strict with the line that do not cross, the later that come, they won't be the one that, oh, I'm there enough to be in front of everyone. Everyone will follow in the same structures. So what I'm going to say here is the common sense is not really common. We cannot assume the common sense to like create the same momentum. Everyone have their own thoughts, but it could be some factor that we could control, those kind of common sense. This is what I'm going to talk about today. And it's quite affect a lot with our work because like we're trying to talk about topic space, common space that everyone could engage so easy. So to create this kind of common sense is quite pretty hard, but we have to dig more a little bit in detail to let them change their behavior. So the challenge of this thing, the social and behavioral change communication, is to create a new social norm. The behavior that people never done before, they never know that this kind of activity will affect something further, just like what happened in global warming nowadays. So everyone will think like, maybe if we educate them, they won't do that again. But to educate people is not that easy. To educate people with like the global warming, climate change factor, the matter of plastic use is not that easy. But to communicate people that they will change their behavior, they have a little bit of the trick that we could do here. Just like what happened there in PM 2.5 situation in Bangkok. Back in the year that we don't know how bad it is, how worse it is with this problem, we could use the tangible way to communicate, to educate them. The tangible way is like, if you see in this photo, they will see like, okay, PM 2.5, so bad, maybe I just cover my nose and mouth with like a napkin, that will be all right. Or like with my hand when I go outside. But when you see this photo, it's even tinier, way tinier than hair. Hair is like a big line, just look like a snake over there. So in the tangible way, you could see like how PM 2.5 is like very small. You just could like block it with your hands, things like that. or this is very tangible. You could see it with your own eyes, the real eyes, like the dirt is here, the dust is here. People will see the problem after that. And the other way is to personalize. Okay, this is really in Thai. It's like you breathing blood, you caught it in blood when the PM2.5 is happening. So when the social starting talk about it, they will have the interactions. Oh, it's not by only breathing the blood. There will be some online content talking about like I got a red rash because of PM2.5, things like that. Do it to be more tangible way. The other thing, like how we present the information that we want to change. This one is really fun. We need to frame loss, not gain. Just like when the department store want to do the promotions, they will tell you this is the last minute. This is your last chance. You will lose like the free item which you not purchase this too, things like that. So it happened with the same thing. This campaign is happened in the stage. The main of it, they want every household to fixing their leaking pipe, things like that. Like every drip, every drop, by months, by years, it will become a gallon. So even you tell people that you're going to lose a gallon of water, it matter. But if you keep dripping and so small, it's not going to make people feel like, okay, they lost something. Or like count the dripping of the drop of like the leaking water. Yeah, make it like how much you're gonna lose if you want to change this. Or in this campaign, you quite see a lot, like in 10 years, I think. I think that in Bangkok, we're trying to say like we have very bad congestion and traffic. Now they want to communicate like you spend the time in the road equal to movies that you could watch per month, or like you could finish how many series, TV show, and you spend those time in the road because of the bad traffic in Bangkok, things like that. The other way, this one is quite easy, maybe to make a uniqueness of each audience. You have to know who are you talking about, who are you going to communicating to. I really like this one. You may be heard about the other one that จนเครียดกินเหล้า The จนเครียดกินเหล้า is like, okay, in English it's like, okay, I'm poor, I don't have any money, I'm so straight, then I'm going to drink more. If when you drink more, you're gonna spend money and you become poor again. It's like the cycle of it. But and that one actually is turned out that the alcohol is selling better because of จนเครียดกินเหล้า But this one, ให้เหล้าเท่ากับแช่ง This campaign want to promote like stop giving the presents with the alcohol, to change to something else. What I really like about it, because like the whole campaign, they shoot the scene, the character, the talent in the video specifically with this campaign, what this situation is going to happen, like that. Or the other thing, do not make up and drive. It's very specific who are they talking to, or like do not drunk drive with like the Korean campaign, things like that. Because like most of the Korean will have like party or like drinking after work, so they use the mood and tone and the way of to communicate in specific situation that could be happen, things like that. The other point is maybe if we change the attitude, people will change their behavior. Let's see. So have you been to like some office or like some campus that you feel like they're really concerned about separating the waste? Like when you walk into the building, you could see the signage over everywhere in the toilet, everywhere. Like, okay, they're really concerned this stuff about it. You will see a lot of like the separate garbage campaign that make a poster like, okay, just do the separate. But this thing is just to set the expectation of the user when they could read those touch point of the content. Just like this one, we will see this in almost every toilet in Thailand. You see, please do not dispose toilet paper or tissue paper in the toilet bowl. I have the other version of setting behavioral expectation. This one is actually in the temple. How to how to translating it. The monk really pray and respect that if you do not throw the toilet paper into the bowl, you will get the goods after that. They're gonna set the expectation of doing the good behavior. Maybe it's help sometime. Maybe it's help sometime. But for the example of this setting the expectation, change attitude, change behavior, I really would like you guys to see in Japan. In Japan, they're pretty well known about like waste separation. They done it all like all the city, all the country is the same. I want you guys to see this video. เปิดวิดีโอให้หน่อยค่ะ This is what the social norm look like. Just imagine that you from Thailand, you could throw the waste in everywhere, in every bin that you want. But when you go to Japan and you look inside the bin and it like this, you will follow them just because you think like, okay, this is their norm. You will separate everything just right away. This is how to create the social norm. But it's quite hard. Like how do we create the norm without the norm at the first phase? Like, so people will motivate. People know what motivates them to take action. Everyone know, like, I know myself because I one of the human being. I know what will motivate me. But if I'm look at the trash can as the first place, but if it's spot in Thai, I will know myself that I won't I won't put it in the right way of separation either. So aren't they know what motivate them to take actions? So I'm sorry I forgot to translating it. Which one would you think that have the better taste of like the grilled stick pork? Who's choosing the A? A or B? A or B? Which one is better? Yeah, I think most people will go for the B because everyone went there. The local is like go with there. Yeah, this is what the norm looks like. Or another example, if you are a street performance, most of them will like open their guitar bag and put some money in it and feel like, oh, there is someone already appreciating me. But it's the better way to doing it. I will hire someone in every 5 minutes. You're going to give me a money. So the one that follow the guy that I'm hiring, they will follow the same because they feel like, oh, this is the norm. Everyone doing it. So I could follow it very easy. So to change something, maybe we need someone to start first or like a big group of people to start doing it first for you. Losing weight. This is another story. Most of the, this is actually some static, but I don't have it to show you here. The base motivation of losing weight is actually by the broken heart, not by like you want to be healthier. Yeah, you could ask one of the gym structure about it. So. To basically what is defined social norm is everyone doing it คนอื่นๆเขาก็ทำกันอะไรเงี้ยค่ะ so this is our challenge to make everyone doing the same thing. To talk about it in public transportation, I would like to show you the example in Korean what they have done to promote the public transportation. You guys may heard that they used to have the very big revolution of bus transit in Korean. They creating the whole new route, changing like the whole system of the bus, all the operation and everything. The bus system back in the day in Korea is just like in Bangkok. It's a service only for poor people. It's a service for like there are a lot of inequality of this system. So what they do, they put it in everywhere. Every Korean drama have to have the flirting scene in the bus, or like they gotta have the scene in the bus stop. They gonna normalize to using the bus. It's just a basic lifestyle. no longer by the system for only poor people. Everyone could using it. They normalize them by putting in like in the K-drama spot. And also they communicate the better system as well, better information as well. But I think like to look at the city work in more further way, in more like we have to gain the power with everyone, with every authority to push them happen. Maybe we could create the norm easier and faster as well. So from this question, just I told you, everyone will follow. We will follow what the other does. So which campaign it will be better for you in this time, A or B? A, but the A they show the tag randomly on the bus stop. Yeah, so the correct answer is we will be. Because in Thai, over there is say คนน่านจริงจังสุดๆ it means Nan people really serious about severing the waste. So to let everyone know that we all do the same is the new way to create the social norm. Okay. Change behavior, change the city ค่ะ so to อันนี้ไม่ข้ามไปเลยค่ะ ข้ามวิดีโอนี้ไปเลยค่ะ so go back to the topic about the city. I would like to talk about our work a little. We have done the same thing. We trying to change the behavior by the communication as well. So what our mission is to create a better public transportation, to create a better information for them. So we trying to find a really small gap of the communication in this system, like what the information that people still don't know, what is like the most factor. That's why people choosing to use the private car in sense of the public transportation, and we trying to fill those gaps as much as we could. So back in the day, the bus stop is like the main part because people don't know where to go. We don't even know what the bus number we could drive. So we use the space, the abandoned space over there to put more information so people could like understand where they could go. And we use the co-creation process to like talk with everyone and trying to make a better version of it. And we still continue to create another new version of the bus stop as well because we feel like people change and we need to communicate more about this thing. So I have a little bit of the case that I'm been studying about like which city they also use the social and behavioral change communication process to developing their public transportation as well. This one is in Amsterdam. I really like that when they put the mission about transportation, they didn't put like better system, better infrastructure, and we're going to, how to say, put more shelter, put more parking spot for bike. But their mission is the private car will be the guest for the road. You know, it's not the main thing that will happen on the road. The bike, this city is really the city of the bike, things like that. So they do quite the same, just like a lot of participation process in like specific audience of group. They put like a different age of group, different career of group, and do the participation program with them, a lot of participation program with them. And they create like so many opinion campaign that they want people to like engage with the development. They have a very friendly map, very good UX UI friendly map, the bike citizen. I really like the name. But if you look at in Thailand, we also quite done a lot of the same thing. We have a lot of applications and websites that want to tell information about like the transportation, but every platform just work separately. I hope that someday we could combine everything in the same. If you look at this is what happened in Thailand. We could not finish your journey with only one platform. You have to change your application every time that you want to looking for the data. Maybe it's like the other challenge. So อันนี้มันสกิปอยู่ I will go to like the video at the end, this one. This is actually the campaign of the city that I'm talking about. Like we don't need to like say that how much we put on the city, but maybe we just could create the vibe of the city just like that. ขอเสียงด้วยนะคะ There must be the sound. มีไหมไม่มี
I don't understand why people go swimming in the... I wouldn't come here, to be honest. Oslo is just not... I mean, is it even a city? You know what I mean? Everything is just so available, you know? There's no exclusiveness. I grew up here, and I temporarily live here, unfortunately. I don't understand why people go swimming in the middle of the city. It's disgusting.
Have you ever been to Istanbul?
Oslo feels more like a village, maybe. I mean, you walk around a corner and it's like, oh, there's the prime minister. And you walk around the next corner, it's like, oh, there's the king.
I mean, you could just walk from one side of town to the other in like 30 minutes. Try that in New York or Paris.
It's an American architect.
Culture? I don't know. If you don't have to stand in line for at least a couple of hours, is it even worth seeing?
Not exactly the Mona Lisa.
Sometimes I just walk right in off the street and get a table.
And I'm not even famous.
I mean, what does that tell you?
I think a city should feel a little hard to get. It's like a good relationship, you know? It's not supposed to be easy.
Yeah. So this is all for me for today. To change the behavior is maybe something that you need to create a new.
Hi, I'm Rick Steves, back with more of the best of Europe. This time, we're in the home of my Norwegian ancestors. And I've got a cousin here who owns a...
So thank you so much. Thank you.